Hey guys, welcome to the Maresa Ng official channel where we help businesses to grow. Today's question that I have for you is, do you sometimes, as a business owner, sometimes not know what to do with your candidates once you get to meet them? Okay, so your team has shortlisted some people they want you to meet, some awesome candidates, at least they think they're awesome, and they want you to meet them, but now what? Okay, so this is what this video is about. I'm going to give you some ideas, and these ideas are fantastic because a lot of business owners don't really know what to do with their candidates, but I'm going to give you a list. Okay, so here it goes. Number one is always ask them what they think of some recent news. For instance, the implementation of GST has caused a lot less customers to be spending. What do you think? Or, well, there are some grouses with the Generation Y as typically a hard workforce to manage. What do you think? We'll see how well read they are, and that could help you as well, depending on what type of position that they are applying with you. But you get to see if they are actually clued into what's going on in the world out there. Number two, and this is something that I really love to do, when I meet my candidates, I meet future employees, I love to also meet them. Well, they've had that official setting where they've come to the office and they've got an interview with your team, but I also love to have them in a social setting, to have them maybe have a bit of lunch, to have them in a coffee house, to meet them. Why? This is the thing, because all interviews are choreographed. The minute you get them in a cafe, you have them sitting in a coffee house, they get to relax with you, they get to talk about themselves, and so you get to really know who they're like in a bit more of a social setting. So that's quite important. Number three, get your team to meet them, because it's also really interesting what your current employees are saying about candidates that they want in the team. You not only get some feedback on the current candidate, but you also see how your employees are looking at some new employees. Number four, do a personality test. You see, when you do a personality test, it actually reinforces what you already know about them, but you get to see it as well, and you get to see a more complete picture as well. Number five, give them a small little task, a small little task to do. Like, hey, okay, we're looking into some strategic partnerships with this company. Could you look up what they are probably doing and whether there's going to be any interest in working with us? But give them a small task, see how resourceful they are, see how proactive they are, see how well they communicate some good ideas with you, but give them a small task, So, okay, you're sitting in a coffee house and then you're just talking about some ideas. I say, hey, I think that's really good to look at. What do you think? And maybe you could come up with some ideas for me. See how well they take that, or are they just gonna sit on it and say, well, you didn't hire me yet, I ain't gonna do anything yet. Whoa, So you want to be able to see how proactive this particular employee is. Number six, and this is a very important one that I do with my candidates, is to ask more questions. Ask more questions. Why? Because when you're talking too much, and it seems like a sales process, yeah. But asking more questions means you get to understand more of what the candidate is saying versus, you talking about the company, you selling the job really hard, you talking about your team, you talking about your product, talking about your history, how long you've come. I know a lot of business owners that are very proud of being in the business for a very long time, and sometimes they can't stop talking. But the thing that I can't get is that across 10, 20 candidates, they're repeating the same history. I think I'd be quite bored of that. But what I think that a lot of business owners don't do very much is ask more questions. The candidates are asking the questions and they keep talking, and then the more you talk, the less you understand about your future employee. And number seven, and this is one that I really love. So I'm gonna finish off this casual chat. Do you have any questions for me? You're sitting down with a CEO, you're sitting down with the person that's gonna hire you. I'm making the decisions all here. So is there anything that you'd like to ask me now? And then you wait for their question, And I have seen some candidates just open up a book, boom, and all the questions are inside there. And wow, number one, they came prepared. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. But number two, some people just don't come prepared. You ask them if there's any question you want to ask. I'm going to finish off and we're just going to go back to our normal lives. What question do you want to ask me? What are the work hours like? Like what? you're sitting down with the group CEO and you want to ask what the hours are like. Holy cow. And this is the thing, some of the best questions that I've got: what's the company direction? Where is it going? What are the challenges that you face in your industry? And I get some very top line questions like that. I go, this is obviously a keeper. So when you give them that one moment to ask that question and they go, what's good to eat around here for lunch? Where do you go for lunch? Like, what? You wanna use your one question to ask your CEO that? Oh. So no, and I get questions like that. I kid you not, but it's a lot of fun. One thing that I love about recruitment, I love recruiting. I take a lot of time to meet potential people, potential coaches, potential employees, and I give the same skills to our clients to be able to recruit people. And I say that recruitment is actually a lot of fun because you get to meet all kinds of people. That's why headhunters have such a great time, But this is the thing, guys. When you meet with candidates, know how and where you want to take them. What are you trying to test them on? So that and read. Don't read what they say to you, because most of the time it's perfect. The stuff that they say in interviews are perfect. It's what they do. So instead of hear them say, watch them do. And this of course translates into how they're going to be an awesome addition to your team. So guys, like this video if you like it, share it with anybody who you think are recruiting and hiring and are scratching their head and what to do with it. Don't make your interview a boring one. Have a lot of fun with it, yeah? And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Maresa Ng Official, because you want to be able to get more insights like this. Because guys, remember this: have a great business and have a great life, because being in business is about having more life. Take care, and I'll see you next week.